Divas, my name's Kelly. I'm a server in a restaurant. I've been serving and bartending in restaurants for years. And an unwritten rule of working in front of house in a restaurant is teaching fully grown adults how to keep their hands to themselves. Last night, I had to tell a fully grown man to not grope my coworker. Let's talk about it. To start off, I really want to emphasize the amount of times I've been touched, grabbed, or manhandled while working in a restaurant unconsensually is insane. Let's set the scene, shall we? Last night I was working and out of nowhere we got absolutely slammed. Mind you, over the past few weeks we've all been fighting for shifts, fighting for hours. It's been dead. And during the chaos and commotion, I had this table. It was a two-top, it was an elderly couple, and they were pretty normal. Other than just having a general disdain every time I was at their table. Like, they were one of the tables that were just upset that I was doing my job and serving them or asking what they wanted to eat. Spoiler alert! I'm a server, I have to serve you, sorry. And I really want to drive home the fact that we were not chit-chatting, we were not bantering. These people seemed like they were just tolerating me. They didn't want to talk at all. And near the end of their meal, I go up to their table and their table is directly next to my coworker's table. We don't have sections on the bar side of my restaurant. We just go every other table for everyone that's on shift. These tables are very close to each other, meaning it is very hard for even two servers to be talking to their tables at the same time. You almost have to take turns. But my table was flagging me down because they wanted their check and my coworker was still at his table. So I was like, you know what, I'll just stand adjacent to him. And so I go up to my table, I stand next to my coworker. We're back to back, but we're side to side, if that makes sense. And the elderly gentleman at my table looks at me, looks at my coworker, and starts reaching for his ass while cackling. And then he looks at me while still actively moving towards my coworker's body and says, should I give him a little scare? And I'm talking, he's cupping. And at this point, he's like this close to my coworker's butt. And honestly, the situation really caught me off guard because, like I said, I was not expecting these people to joke with me at all. I was certainly not expecting these people to ask if they should grab my coworker's butt. And my coworker is unaware. He's taking his table's order. And so I look at this man, I say, I wouldn't do that. He's a pretty scary guy. He's a military guy. I don't think he would like being touched. Does this man put his hand down? No. Does he keep it there as a constant threat? Yeah. And listen, working in a restaurant, working as a server, working as a bartender, I am no stranger to ill-timed jokes from old men, but this was crossing a line. I'm sorry, but you do not touch people, especially people that are working without their consent or knowledge. After a few moments, he finally drops his hand and I'm like, I'm just gonna go get your check printed. At this point, I want them to leave as quick as possible. And so I grab their card, I charge them out, I go back to the table, I say, you guys have a great night. And then the woman grabs me and starts rubbing me up and down on my waist. Not in like a predatory way, I think, but just in a very unexpected way. I don't like being touched. Fun fact about me, I don't like hugs, I don't like being touched, I don't like being touched by strangers especially. There are certain regulars that I have that I will hug them when they come in because there's a mutual respect there. But if I don't know you, please don't start rubbing me. And as she's rubbing me up and down on my waist and I'm visibly uncomfortable, she starts talking about how amazing I am and how great the service is. Mind you, they did not like me their entire meal. And so I leave the table as quick as possible to go find my coworker to tell him what happened without his knowledge. Because even though my table was closed out, they still had drinks. So they were still gonna sit there for a while my coworker was serving his table, and I didn't want it to happen again to him. And in my restaurant, we all kind of help each other out. Everyone food runs, everyone drink runs, everyone checks on each other's tables if they need to. So I decide to let the rest of my coworkers know. And you wanna know what one of my other coworkers said to me? She said, oh yeah, the woman was really upset we didn't have the baseball game on, and so she grabbed me by my arm and pulled me to the table and asked me to change the channel. This was in the middle of their dining experience, and if I had known about this when it happened, but mind you, like I said, it was busy. We all weren't talking very much. If I had known about this, they would have been out. They would have been gone. Don't grab people. I don't know how else to explain it. Fun fact, service staff are real people and they deserve basic human rights and decency. We deserve to go to work and not get touched and fondled by strangers. Hot take, I know.
I've got another story time for you today, girl. I do. So just buckle up. 10 minutes before close, a 25 top comes in. No reservation, no call before, didn't even send a pigeon, okay? 25 people 10 minutes before the restaurant closes, okay? And this is at like a job that I used to work at. This isn't like where I'm at now. They come in, and because it's a corporate-owned restaurant, we have no choice but to sit them. The kitchen has already started closing up, mind you. So I walk up to the table, I'm doing my spill, and I'm like, are we celebrating anything today? Because why else would you come in 10 minutes before close with 25 people? Oh yeah, it's her birthday. I'm like, happy birthday, you know, like the whole thing. As I'm like saying happy birthday and I'm doing my spill, someone rudely cuts me off and says, hey, where's our bread? And I'm just like, hey, like I haven't had a chance to grab it yet, just figured I'd stop and introduce myself, right? All the drinks that they ordered, we keep prepped, right? Well, since it was 10 minutes before close, they had already dumped those drinks out, so we didn't have them. It was just a whole thing. So the whole party started off this way. Boom. Fast forward, okay? Fast forward. I'm now getting drinks, I'm getting bread, I'm getting their starters that they ordered. I'm doing all those things, right? I'm one person. There's no food runner at this restaurant that I was at, and there are no other servers because I was the only closer. It was projected to be a slow shift because it was a holiday, and I was like, cool, just cut down, I'll stay, no problem, you can go. I know you've got kids, and it's a holiday, right? So I'm the only one doing anything, okay? One-man show right here. Remember, I said there's 25 people. So I don't know how you guys set up your trays, but there was just no possible way to get everything on one tray. One tray. So I walk to the table, I'm bringing their starters, their food's already in, and they are like, where's the rest of it? Hey, I'm one person. You can look around and see nobody else is in this restaurant. You haven't seen a server, you haven't seen a food runner, you haven't seen a busser. I'm one person, okay? Give me just a second, I'm coming. And so I politely tell them, yeah, I made the other tray like it's back there. I just got to run and go get it. Let me pass out this hot food and then I'll run back there and grab the other one, right? So I do that. Time goes by. Okay, we get through dinner. Everybody's happy. Everybody enjoyed their food. I'm giving great service. They're enjoying the service. Now it's time to cut the cake. They go to cut the cake. I go and grab more starter plates. Everything's cool. I'm singing happy birthday. I'm doing all the things. I'm loving my job. Time for the bill. It's like 10 different checks. And somehow, some way, I keep mixing up items on checks. Like, it's literally like, I just couldn't get it right. I couldn't get it right. So at this point, I think we closed at 10 that night. It's like midnight, okay? It's like touching midnight, 11:30, 11:45, right? Finally get their checks out. Everybody's upset because it took me a while to get the checks out. Rightfully so, because it took me a lot longer than it should have. I should have got it right on the first time. Or the second, you know, not the 5th, 6th, 7th time. And at the place that I worked at, there was no auto-grat. Stiffed. All 25 people stiffed. Nothing. Not a nickel, not a dime, not a penny. Stiffed. Now, in the service industry, you see it more times than not. People complain about the grat, so I understand why that's corporate policy. But you kept me there almost 2 hours after close. You received good service, and you stiffed me. But it was still just a lot, and it was still one of those situations that I look back on and I'm like, I would have never done that.
Every goddamn shift I work, I'm left wondering, when did we as a society lose every ounce of fucking common sense? I'm genuinely begging these people to walk in a fucking building, have some goddamn common sense, and some situational awareness. What the fuck are we doing? We've lost the plot, actually, from these managers to these fuck-ass guests, bro. Feeling optimistic, thinking like, it's Labor Day, we're gonna make some money tonight, it's gonna be a good day. I went to the store, I got myself a snack, I got myself something to drink, I'm in a good mood today, so shit, let's make some money. I walk into the building, the first thing I see, no food runner, no busser. Okay. I go up to the front to the host. The host lets me know, oh yeah, like I'm supposed to be here tonight, but I can't be here, I have to go. I'm not gonna ask any questions, like, whatever, but like, I wish I could just not come to work, like, oh, and then, cook's fucking calling off. So not only are we short-staffed in the kitchen, we have no busser, no host, no food runner. We have 3 servers, and like 2 cooks. Nah, we gotta close at this point. Just close the whole fucking restaurant down. What the fuck? Where I'm mad at management is because why was there not a food runner scheduled? Why was there not a busser scheduled? Why? Y'all know we're gonna be busy. What is this? Actually, like, seriously? I feel like I'm being set up now, and because, like, People take surveys on our restaurant all the time that affect our hours, affect our scores. My shit's gonna go down because you can't get your fucking schedule right. What the fuck are we doing right now? Like, actually. And then, on top of it, your host isn't coming in tonight. Y'all don't have anything to say about that. And then, you don't even think to call someone in. You don't even think, like, you just leave it up to us to deal with it. So now we're doing the jobs of 5 fucking people. Don't piss me off. At that point, I know it's gonna be a shit show anyway, so I just go to the other servers. I'm like, hey, just go up to the host, and when you want a table, grab anyone. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about rotation tonight. I don't give a shit. We're just gonna take tables, and if you can handle more tables, take more tables. You make as much money as you want tonight, because we don't have to tip out anyone, so might as well. But if you can't take more tables, don't take more tables and, like, have to sacrifice your goddamn service for these fuck-ass customers that aren't even gonna tip you anyways. Do what you can handle, and that's it. Because now we have to bust our own tables, we gotta run our own food, we gotta sit our own people, we gotta, like, and, like, we can do it, but just don't, like, these people at the door, they're just gonna have to wait. Like, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. Frankly, like, you can sit up there all day. Not my fault, and it's not my problem. But you know these guests, it don't work that way. They don't understand that I am not a robot who can do 87 different jobs at once. So I have a full section of people. I have 1 table left. There is a 7 and a 2 top at the door. I have 1 high top left because I'm in a bar, and that has 3 seats at it. And it can only fit 4 people max pushing it. Who am I gonna ask to sit there? Because again, we're sitting our own section. So if they're not ready for a 7, they're not taking the 7. If they're not ready for 2, they're not taking the 2. I can take a 2 top, but I only have 1 table in this section. I'm busy as fuck. I don't have time to be sitting up here going back and forth with people explaining everything. I let them know what we're doing, obviously. But I go up, I explain, oh, you have a 7, you have 2, awesome. I have 1 table right here. So if you guys are willing to sit at a high top, I can totally take you right over here. Then the 7 top comes looking at me and says that I'm racist because I sat the white people and not them. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Deadass, I looked at them, I laughed, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm racist because I sat a party of 2 before a party of 7 when you guys came in at the same time. It's easier to sit 2 people than it is 7 people, and look at the table right there. Can all 7 of you fit at that table? Because if you can, 1, I'd love to see you try, and 2, I'd gladly take you if you'll sit at that table right there. If you can sit there, I'll take you right now. It is not an issue of race, I promise you that. And frankly, you can't even fit at that table on your own. I don't even know if the seat can hold you up, like, no, I'm just saying, I'm sorry. Pretty much the whole night, I have people at the door being inconsiderate. You can see that I'm doing 8,000 things at once. At some point, I'm holding 2 goddamn big-ass trays of food, bringing them out at the same fucking time, and someone at the door hails me down, excuse me, is anyone gonna greet us here? And I said, no, I'll be right there, give me a second. We've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, how would you like me to help me when I'm holding 2 trays of food in my hands? Okay, I'll be right with you. I go to put their food down. I give people their food. I do whatever. I come back. Took you long enough. Did you not just see me doing all this shit? First of all, you're coming in here acting like this. Now I don't want to help you. Now I'm not going to do anything because I really did feel bad for these people who were waiting at the door. I was trying to go out of my way to do things. I was doing things that I probably shouldn't have done. I was taking more than I probably could have, like, handled comfortably because I was trying to get them out of the door. Also, like, I want money, so I'm going to sit myself. But now I'm not going to help you. I'm not doing anything extra for you. But he starts going back and forth over this. I'm like, sir, obviously we don't have a host. It says right here. Like, I literally wrote it out. I'm like, please, we will be right with you. We'll be with you as soon as I can. I've told you this from when I was walking out in the kitchen. I was like, I'll be right with you. Just be patient. I'm getting to you as soon as I can. I explain the situation. I explain all this stuff. Well, I just don't understand why you wouldn't have a host. Well, I don't understand why I wouldn't have a host either. But do I make the schedule? No. Like, what? And explain to him, I don't have anything open in my section. Otherwise, I would have already sat you. They might. They'll be up here as soon as they can. The other servers are working at just as hard as I am. We are slammed busy right now, and we're very understaffed. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is how we have to do it tonight. I tell him, we can put your name on a list right here, and we can text you when it's ready. All I'll need is a phone number and a name for you. He says, I don't want to give you my phone number. Why would I give you my phone number so you can just text my phone? I'm like, well, sir, that's just what we need that to put in the system. Like, unless you want to, like, just sit right here, I don't have to put you on the list, and I'll just remember, like, to come grab you or something. I don't want to wait inside. No, I don't want to wait in here. I want to wait outside. I'm like, okay, well, I need a phone number if you're going to wait outside. That's how that works. And he's like, why though? I don't want to give you a phone number. I don't want to wait. Like, I don't want to wait inside. And I look at him and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to have a conversation with you right now. Do I look like I want to be hosting right now? I have a lot of stuff to do. So we can either put you on the list or you can sit right here. It doesn't matter to me. Whichever one you would like to do, sir. Please. Just tell me. Please. So the fucking lady accuses me of being racist after a fucking guy wants to argue with me over fucking nothing. I decide, yeah, hosting's not for me. I'm not going to do this shit anymore. So if I'm just going to go up, oh, you're here? Okay, I'll take you in here. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I'm not greeting nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. You can sit up here as long as you fucking want because these people are so annoying. They're so annoying. And I get it. It's inconvenient for y'all too. But, like, have some fucking grace on me because that's not my job. Like, I'm not the manager who did this. So would you like to talk to him? Because I'll grab him for you. Trust me. He's heard plenty from me tonight. Most of my tables tonight were pretty chill. They were pretty understanding of, like, I had a million things I had to do. So, like, they understood. It might take me, like, a few minutes to go back there and grab you this because I have 10 other tables that all need something at the same time as well. Now, I had a few tables where it's like, who the fuck are you talking to, first of all? And I swear, it be your own fucking people. I have a table of 5 sit in my section, and immediately off bat, they asked me like what my ethnicity was because they said they were just wondering. I was like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, blah blah blah. They're like, oh no way, we're Puerto Rican too. I'm like, oh, my people, like da da da. I don't really speak good Spanish. I've said this before. I can understand it and put stuff together, but I don't speak very good Spanish. They're thinking I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. I get them all drinks, I drop them off, and I let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna bring over a pitcher of water. That way you guys aren't waiting on me for refills. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I said, yep, when I come back around, I'll have that pitcher for you. I just have to take a couple more orders over here. Literally right next to them. They can see me doing this shit. As I'm taking orders, I hear someone shaking their fucking cup. You mean to tell me you sucked that bitch down in 2 minutes flat, and now you're shaking your cup at me as if I have nothing better to do than get you a fucking refill? Leave me the fuck alone. Like, shut the fuck up, actually. Oh, that pissed me off. And then, like, I come around after I finished doing what I was doing, and you know I took extra time now, because why are you shaking your fucking cup at me? I come around with the pitcher, I say, here you guys go, and in Spanish, they say something along the lines of, like, oh, it took you long enough, like, wow, only been, like, something along the lines of, wow, been waiting for a while, something like that. Again, like I said, I can piece together little things. I don't speak Spanish, but I was like, oh, I'm glad it did take me long enough. Like, let you know I know what the fuck you said. They were flabbergasted at that point. The way they were like, and I remember there was a while ago where I had made a video about the same thing where I never said anything, that I like understood what this lady was saying to me. Yeah, no, I wasn't letting that shit slide again. Top it off tonight, I let my manager know that we were low on chips because everyone orders chips and salsa here. It's one of the most popular items. Chips and salsa, chips and queso, chips and guacamole. It's the easiest starter, so of course people order it. I let them know we're low on chips. While we're not busy, can we get some more chips? Sure, yeah, I got you, whatever. We don't get more chips, and now we run out of chips. So at this point, I have to tell these people we don't have fucking chips. So not only did you wait a long time at the door, we don't have chips when you sit down. Like, I'm fucked, actually. You're setting me up for fucking failure, but okay. I go up to the table, I greet them, whatever. She's like, oh, or you have an attitude, whatever. We want drinks, we want chips and salsa. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Like, we don't have chips right now, so I can't get you that chips and salsa. And she just looks at me. She's like, are you serious right now? We have to wait all this time at the door, and you don't even have some chips and salsa? I'm starving. So what other appetizer are you going to give me? And I'm not paying for it, because this is so inconvenient for me. First of all, do you think it's convenient for me? Like, first of all, who the fuck are you talking to? Demanding free food? Nah, you're not getting shit from me. Actually, you'll be lucky for me to come back to get your fucking order. Shut the fuck up, you cunts. Like, actually, don't piss me off right now. I have too much going on. I'm not dealing with your ass today. Fuck no. I'm like, you can talk to my manager about it, but there's really nothing I can do for you. So, do you want something else? You will have to pay for it, because what are you talking about? How have you been here for 2 fucking seconds and you're already a problem? You haven't even had drinks yet, and you're already a fucking problem. Leave me the fuck alone. Fucker, they don't ever get that free appetizer, and like I said, I'm not doing shit for you. Like, why would you come at me like it's my fucking fault? And then, as I'm taking another order, you keep talking about this damn chips and salsa like your fucking life depended on it, and you're like, how hard is it to make some damn chips? Drop the tortillas in the damn fryer. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I have 20 fucking tables out here. Let me go to the back and start frying some damn chips for you. Bitch, that doesn't even make any sense. What are you talking about, actually? Because yes, it is easy for someone else to do it. But don't act like I'm the one who's supposed to be doing it. You can have all this energy for my manager, and I'll be like, you go. You tell him. You tell him. Just don't tell me that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck whether you get your chips and salsa. I don't give a fuck whether you get your food. Leave me the fuck alone. Whatever, we get over that bump of the road, I come back, I get them their drinks, we get bar drinks, I make them their bar drinks, and like, we're chilling. I'm thinking like maybe like we're getting somewhere. We get their orders in. It's been about 20 minutes. They haven't gotten their food yet. And now they're waving me down as I have a full stack, like I have plates all up in my hands, and she starts, first of all, she goes to try to order more stuff, and she just starts spewing out her order at me as I'm like walking by her. And I was like, man, hold on one sec. And then before I can even say anything, she keeps ordering. And then she's like, also, where's the appetizer and where's this and where's this? Because we've been waiting here for a while and we haven't even gotten anything. I'm like, first of all, now I gotta put my shit down. Because who are you talking to? Who are you talking to right now? Again, I'm not holding your fucking food hostage in the back. I'm not even responsible for that shit. We have someone that's doing that. My manager says he's gonna do that. Put my shit down. And I'm like, what do you need? We bring it in, and where's my food? Because I'm starving here. You couldn't get me the chips and salsa, so where is the food? I'm just like, this is insane. I'm like, you're telling me, lady. Like, this is insane. Like, this conversation is fucking insane. But whatever. I'm like, man, respectfully, with all due respect, you placed your order 15 minutes ago. This table has been sitting for 15 minutes longer than you. This table's been sitting for 20 minutes longer than you. They don't have their food either. So why would your food be ready before theirs? I'm starving. Can't you tell it? I didn't even get the chips and salsa. Is there nothing you can do? Have you even checked on my food? Ma'am, I respectfully, I have too much going on out here. So be worried about one table's food over everyone else in here. I promise you, as soon as it's ready, I'll have it for you. Why do you think you're the only person that exists? Don't piss me off right now. Like, these fuck ass people. Do you have no awareness of anything that's going on around you? Every fucking table in this bitch is packed. And then just spew out some shit at me while I'm holding a bunch of heavy ass plates, trying not to drop shit all over the floor. Leave me the fuck. Oh my god. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! I made good money tonight, so that's a plus. But fuck, it was not worth it. It was not worth that shit, bro.
I'm sorry, riddle me the fuck this. So, I'm a server. I do serve in and outside the restaurant. Thank you. No ketchup, just sauce. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay, so I'm working my job. This lady asked for her check. Now, mind you, she sat at a table for damn near 3 hours drinking one singular drink. No tea, no shade. Just keep that in mind. I kept asking her, hey, ma'am, are we okay? Are we doing okay over here? Do we want water? Do we want anything else? I mean, she was damn near down to her last drop of wine. And she said, no, thank you. I look up. She's gone. She's gone like Donkey Kong. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did she go? I look up at the busser. The busser's like right there. Boom. I find her at a different table. This table is particularly close to the door. Again, no tea, no shade. But if you get up and move tables, I'm doing a little flagging in my brain as a, where are you going? Hello. Anyways, I said, hello, ma'am. Oh, I didn't realize you switched tables. She goes, yeah, I know. Can I have my check, please? I said, absolutely, you could have your check. I go and I get her check and I print out a couple other tables' checks. I walk over and drop her check. I go around, drop off checks. I go and start picking up checks. When I look up and see Miss Girl is gone. I'm like, oh, hell no. And I had a feeling. I had a fucking feeling. And as a server, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you just get a feeling when somebody's gonna walk out on their check. I had that feeling with her. I look outside the window. Miss Girl is about to get into an Uber. Security's at the front door. I said, she's about to walk out on her check. He goes, what do you mean? I go sprinting outside. I stop my hands in front of the car door from closing. I said, ma'am, you did not pay your check, ma'am. You did not pay your check. She goes, verbatim, this is exactly what she did. Oh, sorry. And whips out her card that was already in her hand because she had just freshly taken it out of that checkbook to run out on her check. I said, oh, thank you very much. I walk my happy ass back inside. I close her tab and I leave her checkbook at the front hostess stand with the hostess and security. Miss Girl is waiting outside for me to bring her check back outside after she just tried to run out on her check. I'm not even joking. I am like, there's no way I'm going out there. I'm not doing that. Had you paid your tab correctly and not walked out on your tab, I would have brought you your check to your table, but your table is inside. And I'm not even joking you. This girl comes back into the restaurant, comes up to me, starts yelling at me in front of everybody. Can I have my fucking card back? Da-da-da. Like, running her mouth. I go, absolutely. Absolutely. It is at the front hostess stand with security. There's one thing about me, I'm going to remain professional at my place of work. Yes, ma'am, I am. Yes, ma'am. And she goes to the front and she demands to speak to a manager. Yep. Yeah, she demands to speak to a manager. So I now gotta go get my manager. And my manager's like, what is going on? And I explained to my manager the entire story that I just explained to you. And my manager looks at me and says, I'm struggling to figure out what you did wrong. I said, me and you both, babe. Me and you both. Where then she proceeded to motherfuck my manager about me and motherfucked me and started calling me very bad names. She did not have a very clean mouth. She had a potty mouth. And she called me very mean names. I said, Merry Christmas to you too. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. God bless. Thank you.
My favorite genre of TikTok right now is serving rants. Like, when I'm getting ready for bed or something, I turn on serving rants and I listen to them while I get ready for bed. Or do anything, really. And maybe it's because I work in a restaurant, so I, get it. But I did something the other day that I think is worthy of a video, a story, I guess. So for context, I'm a hostess at a restaurant, right? I'm also a server, but this night I was hosting. And I've also been trying to add more whimsy in my life. And geese are very precious to me. They're a very precious animal, and I call the people I love precious geese, okay? That's not my thing. My aunt started saying it, and then my cousins picked it up, and then I got that from my cousins. Well, I've completely adopted that saying, and everyone is precious in my life. Everyone's a goose. So I decided to add more whimsy into my life, and I got on Amazon and I ordered a bunch of geese stickers and then 30 little geese figurines. And when I ordered these, I thought that they would be like baby Jesus sized, but I don't look at dimensions. They're a little bigger than that. They're about this big, these little plastic geese. Well, I brought them to work to hand out to my coworkers that I thought were precious geese. I had I was up at the host stand, and now there's a wall separating the host stand from the dining room, but there's glass windows, so they can see in and I can see out. But I choose to just ignore the people eating most of the time because I don't want to stare at them while they eat their meal. Well, I had about 4 geese lined up behind me on one of the host stands. And I decided that I was going to pick them up and I was going to name them because it gets really boring up at the host stand. Not because I'm crazy, but because I'm bored. So I put the geese in my hand like flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I started naming them. And I was talking to myself. I was expressive too. I was talking to myself up at the host stand, forgetting that anyone can see in. And there was a table right next to me. So I'm naming them. I'm like, okay, this one's gonna be Munchling. This one's gonna be Stewie? No, one was Dewey. One was Squirt. I forgot what the last one's name was. But I'm up here, I'm naming the geese, okay? Loudly. Well, expressively. I turn my head and make direct eye contact with the table. I get all red in the face and there's a door, but I open that door and I walk away. Like to go tell someone what I just did because I needed to get it out of my system. Well, I'm heading back after telling someone what I did and they're very confused that a table saw me talking to myself. I go to get back into the host stand, like the host room, and they flag me down. So I'm like, oh great, here we go, right? I don't even know how to explain this to sound like a rational, logical person, because it's not rational or logical, and it sounds made up. There's these two ladies, and they're a few drinks in, but they look at me and they're like, what were you doing in there? They're talking to me like I'm an elementary school student. I'm 18 years old. I'm not an elementary school student. But I'm like, okay, they're a little tipsy, like they're just having fun. And they also probably think I'm crazy. So I'm like, oh, I was naming my geese. How do you say that? Like without sounding, okay, anyway. They go, oh, we thought you were doing eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Nope, just naming my geese. These women are like, when they're talking to me, which makes me feel like they think that I'm crazy. And they're like, well, what did you name them? So I pull the geese out from my pocket because they were in my pocket. And I'm like, okay, well, this one's Munchling. And I'm saying it in that tone. I'm so serious with them. This one's Squirt. This one is Dewey. And whatever the fourth one's name was. And they're like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. So I'm like done with this conversation. I'm like, there's no way of saving myself in this. I'm ready to walk away. This is really awkward. So I'm like, well, do you want the geese? Do you want some? And they're like, yes. So I give each woman a goose. There's 2. And they're like looking at the figurines, like trying to entertain me by their reactions, I think. And I'm like, yeah, I also have this goose sticker. I don't know why I thought that would make the situation better, but I slide the sticker onto the table. And it's just something stupid like silly goose on the loose. You know, this woman's looking at it like, oh no, it was a goose on a couch. It was a little goose sitting on a pink couch. And it said something about a couch goose, I think. This woman's like, oh my gosh, can you please autograph it for me? Can you please sign this so I don't forget? What? As if the situation wasn't awkward enough, confusing enough. You want me to put my name on that? You want to know my name? Okay. I autograph it. But I don't sign my signature. No, I autograph it. Like full CMA Fest fanfare autograph. Stage name. Because I don't want them knowing my real name. And they're looking at me, and then the lady goes, and can you put the date so I don't forget? Yeah, I can do that for you. So I write the date next to my autograph on the back of this sticker. That now you're not sticking it to anything because you got all this information on the back. I'm actually concerned that that's out there. Well, then the lady in front of her turns over her phone and she's got it on like text messages, but she has the keyboard pulled up and she's like, can you write the names of the geese in here so I don't forget? I was like, sure. Yeah, you have Stewie and you have Munchling. And I wrote Stewie and Munchling into her keyboard. I don't know who she's texting, but I tried to read the text and there was too many words. I was not gonna read all of that. And then I just walked away. So out there are 2 ladies that think they met a crazy goose girl who gave them geese and a geese sticker and signed her name and the date and told them the name of the geese. Like, I don't know how to feel about this whole interaction. Like, I don't know who was crazier. I mean, it probably was me. But still, like, why did you need my signature and the date? Okay. Yeah, so that's my server rant / story time.